this metal, it will stop bullets, but it's not going to stop like nukes and stuff like that. That's where it gets expired.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
that's
it's
why.
still like it's like milk. Like expired, just because it's expired doesn't mean you still can't drink it. You can still drink it for like a couple of days before you have to.
Yeah,
throw it out there.
don't make anything with it. Don't put it in a cake. Like, don't do that. Don't do that, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
I've done that mistake before with the coco flan, and I would never do that again.
Yeah, that's a good way to get the whole family sick.
Oh, La Familia. It was just a toy. Each mouse was just involved a rotating door, like in the bathroom and stuff like that. Like, it was just somebody was like rambling. You just go in there, and then you just walk out the door. 5 minutes later, you got to come back. It's like that's how I fart. By the way, I fart like it's just like a little toy horn. It's like.
Oh, that's the direction it goes. That's fun.
Yeah. First, we talk about hard, deep topics here, Carter. Come on.
Hi, welcome to Hardball. I'm Chris Matthews.
Oh, by the way, I miss Chris Matthews, man.
It was a good show. I remember the SNL skit a bit more. With God, what was his name? Who would do that impression?
I want to say, for some reason, I have Fred Rill in my head, but that's because I have it in my head. That was
Daryl Hammond.
Daryl Hammond, yeah, Daryl Hammond would do that.
Yeah, that was gonna drive me nuts. One time I forgot Tom Hanks' name for 6 months. I was just like the guy from Big, and he was also in not Lost, but Castaway with Helen Hunt and Polar Express. He was in that, and all the cartoons had dead eyes. It was weird. What was that actor's name? I feel like it's Thomas.
You mean Tom Cruise? Was that Tom Cruise?
No, it's not Tom Cruise. It's not Tom Cruise. It's fucking, I don't. And then just 6 months later, when I was just sitting in the classroom, and I was like, Tom Hanks. And everyone didn't know why I said that. They thought I had an illness or something.
You're like me when in sociology class, I was they were talking about some subjects, and like all of a sudden, like, you know, like sometimes you're in class and you have like mini conversations around with your classmates and everything. So we were just the professor was just talking, going, and then for some reason on the bottom of our conversation, we were talking about like white race relations, and then we came up with that, like, oh, what's that movie that like the guy was in prison but he was a Nazi, and then he plays basketball with a black dude, and all of a sudden, like, he's woke again. And I just like, oh, we couldn't think of it. And then finally, I just raised my hand, and I'm like, I know who to ask. And I just asked the professor, hey, you know that movie with that guy that was like a Nazi? And then like he's like, oh, you mean American History X? I'm like, yeah. Then he's just like, is there anything else that you want to ask pertaining to the conversation that was going on? I'm like,
no, just needed to remember the name of that movie. That's
it.
Black people, I just saw something about this from Keon Poley. He was talking about when it comes to black people, they will always recognize like an actor, but they will never know that person's name. And it will spend the entire movie being like, oh, where's that dude from? Where's that dude from? This doesn't help. This doesn't do anything except like snap people out of being hypnotized. But like, just who is that? Oh, who is that boy from Love and Basketball? He was in Love and Basketball. Yeah. He's a doctor now. What's he? Omar Epps.
Oh yeah. And especially when you go like, yeah, you know that shit, right? And I'm like, oh yeah. Saying something that shit is not Pacific at all. That just doesn't help.
Old boy from that thing. Old boy from that thing. You know old boy from that thing?
Oh, you know that guy with the hair, right? You know the guy with the hair?
You know who I'm talking. Don't even act like you don't know who I'm talking about.
Come on,
he be having arms. He be having arms.
You know that guy that like thinks that like that white girl. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like no, he thinks like that. You know, he thinks like that guy. You know what I mean? Yeah. That guy.
Oh yeah, I know you. Oh, you talking about old boy?
Oh,
I know you. Oh
shit. You know the guy. You know that guy. He's from like that way. You know what I mean? He's like from that way. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, he's like from over there. Yeah, you know, like. Oh,
okay. I can't remember his name right now. No, I can't remember his name right now.
Shit, man.
Like, what else he do?
He was on like, I think he was on like that that show with like the cops and everything. You know that show the one where there's like cops and shit.
Yeah, what's the name of that show with the cops? Oh,
shit.
man. I can't remember that.
You're
was
like
like,
always arresting a guy on that.
No. Yeah.
I was arresting a guy.
Yeah.
He arrested like every other guy on that show.
Oh.
I do remember that one. I remember. Okay, I remember.
One time he arrested himself on that show.
I'm gonna tell you
That
this
was
right
weird.
now, dude. My memory be a whole lot. You know, man, you don't have to ask me questions before my first hit, bro. You know what I mean? So about that, hold on. Let me just roll up this shit real quick. Yeah, you know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that
fucker. Yeah, I know that fucker. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. That guy.
Is that a part of like Hispanic culture too? Is that like?
Yeah, that's a Hispanic thing. Now, except it's more like you know, like hold on a second. Cluck. Hey, thanks.
And then like, oh hello, I remember him.
Oh, yeah, it's the pinche cabrón. It's a way. Okay.
There are times when I absolutely know who the person is when I'm with my family, and I'm just like, no, let's just let this keep going. Yeah. Let's just let this. They'll figure it out. They're adults.
Fuck you for that, man, dude. Like, there's a lot of times that like me and my brother liked what was it, that Will Ferrell movie with the basketball in it, and everything. Oh shit.
Love and Basketball?
No, it's like
Coach Carter?
No. It's a funny movie with like Will Ferrell and everything.
Oh, Semi-Pro.
Yeah, Semi-Pro. Bro, I thought we were also gonna play that game where you're just like, because I literally didn't remember that fucking movie. You were just gonna let me go on it forever until I got it. My brother does that shit to me all the fucking time, and it pisses me off to no goddamn end.
Well, you know, you have a device in your on your person at all times that will enable you to know whatever information you need to know.
You know that my Latin pride and the fact that, you know what, let's not get the facts away of anything. Well, I sometimes want to be like, I know I'm better off checking up the phone, and I have regret the fact that like I just keep spewing shit until I finally hit something, and then or just give up. But when I check the phone and see it as a sign of weakness and everything like that,
it's not a sign of it's just what we use now.
Yeah, dude, no, your pride's so bad that you need to be like, I have trivial information that's accurate. Like that's how much your pride is necessary.
Yeah,
that's an issue.
That's
what's holding us back, man. That's why there ain't been no black or Mexican presidents, man.
Oh, God.
Because we don't know, we can't remember the movie Semi-Pro. Like
we can't remember that movie.
Yeah, there's never been a black president.
Never. Like, you know, not 100%, you know. I literally did forget about Obama for like a whole minute. Like
it feels like we never had that, right? It's like we just
like it really I in my mind for 1 minute I was like we went from Clinton and then we went to Bush, which would make more sense. Mm-hmm. You know? I really just forgot about that whole 8 years where like everything was pretty tight.
Yeah.
Everything was all right. I remember that 8 years. There were bad things that happened.
But I felt like there was some hope.
Yeah. Even when bad things happened, like the president would address it and be like, this was a tragedy, and the people that are responsible need to be brought to justice. Now when a terrible thing happens, this president is like, okay, I don't want to jump to any conclusions. I don't want you to just think that just because it was a bunch of black people that were blown up, that it was like an attack against black people. That's ridiculous, okay?
It just happened to be that way.
Yeah, I mean, that was planned, but definitely you don't want to assume that, okay? I know it, you know it, we all know it, okay? Also, Hillary Clinton is a huge bitch. I know it, you know it, everyone knows it. The last season of Frasier wasn't that good. I know it, you know it, we all know it.
Mr. President, how can you go out there and accuse Mr. Hillary Clinton of being a bitch? And also, the last Frasier season, you know, I kind of agree with you on that, but still.
Well, here's my deal. Here's my problem with Hillary Clinton, all right? She was the one who borrowed my DVDs of Frasier, and then she never gave them back. I'm really upset about that, okay? She's a huge bitch, and we should look into her Gmail account.
Mr. President, I have a question.
Yes, please. I'll take questions. Unless you're a bitch, don't be a bitch. Go for it.
It's a two-part question. I'm asking for one of my colleagues.
Not looking good, but go ahead.
Okay, number one, you're very handsome today. Yeah?
Thank you.
Number two, which dog did you prefer on Frasier, the first one or the second one?
What did I prefer?
You are aware that there are 2 different Eddies on that show.
Wait, is this like a Fresh Prince episode with Aunt Viv? They replaced an Eddie?
Eddie got replaced.
The show was on for a really long time. Like
Yeah, it was on way too long for one Eddie to survive.
It wasn't even a puppy in the first season. Like, it was just
Yeah, he had puppies, and they picked the next puppy that looked the most Eddie-ish, and they threw him on board and trained him.
All right, I'm devastated.
Hillary Clinton killed that dog. Everyone knows it. I know it. You know it. Everyone knows it.
You
were briefed on the fact that there are 2 Eddies. Were you not?
I mean, they did mention it in the Situation Room, but I thought they were just cracking jokes before we get to the serious stuff.
All right, I gotta stop this because Zoom is about to cut me off and everything like that. Yeah. In the meantime, that's the show. Now, Carter, you doing, buddy? You got any socials that you want to spit out, my friend?
Yeah, you can follow me on all social on Facebook. It's just Carter Anderson for my profile and page, and then for everything else, it's Mr. Carter Anderson, all one word, Mr. Carter Anderson.
Guys, thanks very much for listening. All regards, I appreciate it so much. You guys have yourself a wonderful day. Thank you for listening to the All Regerts podcast with Sam Narani and Omar Gonzalez. Remember this, just because you have regrets doesn't mean you cannot live life as if you have no regrets. Have a wonderful day.